Hello everyone, I'm Timothy McSwain. I'm hiding behind a tree apparently. And this is episode 4 of Factorio. Welcome back. Today we are going to be automating the production of inserters. And that's going to be accomplished by combining these electronic circuits with iron plates and iron gears. So in order to do that, we are going to need to take everything off to the side that we need to use. So first of all, I'm going to cut back the stuff that we don't need here. What we need to take over, we need to split this, the gear wheels. This is going to go off to the side, and this is going to continue on straight. Or actually, it's going to go underground. But yeah, it's going to continue on straight, but it's also going underground. So the next thing we need to do is we need to split these iron bars. In order to do that, I'm going to go ahead and do this. And I'm going to take this off to the side like that. So now we have two of the materials going straight ahead. I mean, well, not straight ahead, but you get what I mean. So now we have, and now we've restored these two lines as well. So the last thing we need to do here is split these and take, actually these now are going to go, these are the ones that are going to go to the side because we need to turn it like so and then take it underneath these. Right, like that. We'll cut it back like that actually. And then this part will just have to go like that. Alright, and then we'll continue on these other lines like that, and like, those are copper. Right. Okay, so yeah, that's gonna mess this up. So hang on, I almost got this. Thinking for a second. It'd be much more convenient to just wrap this around a little bit, I think. Because this one needs to go straight down. So we want to go like that. And this one's going to go underground like that. And then this can go underground like that. And now we have all, we should have all our materials again down here at the bottom. Oh, oops. Down there, so these then are going to come up here, and we have all our materials again at the bottom. But we just disrupted it here to get over these three materials. So now that we have these three materials, what we need is to combine them all three together. And unfortunately, this thing will only combine two ingredients. So that's where Automation 2 comes in hand. Comes into the picture here. So Automation 2 is what we're researching right now, and that will allow us to use these assembly machine 2s, which allow up to 4 ingredients. So we'll be able to make those in this. So we're not actually able to finish this task until we finish automation, but that should be almost done. And I think I can help it along too. Yeah, I can make some these science packs myself to help us along. Eventually we can have like more than one station making these packs. We'll have a conveyor belt backed up of these packs for when we need them later, that kind of stuff. We're just starting out right now, so that's why it's this way. So this will help finish off Automation 2. Actually, while it's doing that, let's check the map, make sure there's no aliens around. You can see that the map is starting to get a little bit of a reddish hue over it, and that's because that's where our pollution is. So aliens will start to sense that, and their nests are going to start appearing. They'll be red on the map here. The other stuff is colored. Like this is iron, this is copper, this is the coal, and the purple's the oil, and this is the stone, this little beige stuff here. This is our player location. So you can see just everything's marked here. These are machines and these are conveyors. The yellow are conveyors, the blue are machines. So anyway, so Once automation 2 is done, we are going to be placing a machine that is going to be combining all three ingredients here. And that is going to be, let's see, how do I want to do this? Let's place it, let's do it down below. So we're going to need a long-handed inserter, and the rest will just be regular inserters. But this is going to be grabbing that, and this is going to be grabbing, this will make more sense. Oops. This will make more sense after we actually see the thing built. So, there. Like that. And like that. We'll need power down here. There we go. Wait, do I? Yeah, that is right. Okay. So, come on, automation 2. Finish up. This line right here is going to be a little bit different because we're going to need to move it down and over. Well, let's take it straight because... Actually, no, let's take it to the side here and back like that. These two then are going to need to continue straight like that. Well, that one's fine, I think. That one they should be able to grab them there without it being all the way over, I think. But I don't know exactly how that works, so because it doesn't seem to always be working anymore. And then this will go right here. Well, don't, stupid thing. Okay. So come on, automation 2, you're almost done. That should be enough right there, right? Yeah, okay. So what else can we make here? Armor crafting. That'll be useful because we can finally make some iron armor. This requires more. So I'm looking through all this stuff, making sure. We can also make steel processing, which would be nice, but we don't really need it right off the bat. Military. That'll be important. Let's go ahead and do military. And then we'll do armor crafting too. So while that goes, go ahead and does that now. While that does that now, we can make this, but we're going to need more iron plates to do it. So let's just stand right here and gather them all up. You see we're having a little bit of a problem with production already. Where are the iron plates, by the way? They're just not coming down the line. Oh, that thing's grabbing them faster than they're being made. Ah, because these aren't making enough. See, so that's why we need to keep our eye on these different systems. That currently the issue now is the reason why there's none on the line is because this thing's grabbing up every single one that comes by. And because it needs them in that speed. So that's because they're not making them fast enough. So we need to throw in these guys. And eventually we're going to rework the iron system too so that it doesn't even need coal. But for right now, well, that system isn't even running. That's wonderful. Another reason why I can't wait to have like the robots and other stuff like that. We can actually go ahead and start using the electric drills, which will be really handy. See, now there's enough of them that it's not grabbing them fast enough so that we still have iron bars down below. And obviously that's not the most efficient way to do this because, like I said, that we're gonna need more than we have. I mean, it's not perfect in the way it works. It's grabbing a lot for those iron wheels, but once everything's made, it's not going to need them for production anymore. That's an idea there too. So. Come on, this one. Half of that, please. Thank you. Don't be greedy. Okay. So now if we come back down here, we can build a assembly machine 2. This will go right here. Okay, and this thing right here is going to be making inserters. Yep, I do need to increase these. I was like, I know I did. I must have done something wrong, but I know I set this up right. So now, see, now this thing's making inserters. So on the bottom part here, actually, let's do this on the side, since we already have power over here. This thing is going to take out the inserters. Oh, military's done. Thank you. We're working in double time right now. Steel processing, go. Get out of here, you dumb trees. I can't see what I'm doing. Okay. So now right here, we are going to do this. Put this here, and you can see now we've got inserters on this belt. Okay, and now our lineup of tools has one more thing. It has these inserters here. So we're going to have to rework our entire system here pretty soon to switch over from the burner drills anyway, and we're going to want to make Science Pack 1s down here too instead of up above where we're making them right now, because everything's all here, it's all available, and that'll be nice. Science Pack 2s we still can't make because we need to automate transport belts. But we're getting there. We already have our inserters being mass produced. And speaking of that, we need to divide it up like that too. And the nice thing about this now is if we start to run low on inserters, we can just run over here and grab a bunch, which will save us having to make them too, which will be really nice. We have some unused space in here, but it's not bad. You see how it has a picture of that on there? I think it's because I pressed Alt, right? Yeah. I pressed Option on my keyboard, and now it shows it what's in these things, which is nice. You can turn that off, but if you turn it off, it just, you can see the inside of the machine, but that's not really necessary. I like to turn it on because then you can see the bars, the lines from where all these things are going, and what's inside these machines and stuff like that. So that's why I like to do it that way. So now we need to do transport belts. In order to do transport belts, we need iron plates and iron gear wheels. Super easy. Isn't that the exact same thing we need to make this? No. But iron plates and iron gear wheels should be easy enough, because if we go ahead and check for aliens, we're good. Because now we have these two things are right here, so we can go ahead and pull that through and make that super easy. So let's actually go ahead and do that. Let's make a assembly machine 1. Put that there, and this is going to be making these guys. Okay. Okay, is there anything here we can... Yeah, we can make this. Okay. So these guys then are going to be taking gear wheels and those guys, the iron plates. I could optimize this a lot better. You have cables running all over the place, but for right now it's fine. Let's actually make a long-handed inserter. Does this use regular inserter? Yes, it does. Okay. That actually does make things easier, so that's actually a good thing. So then this is going to take these things out and put them onto a conveyor here. And I'm going to use this now to get this down below. Let's see. Yeah, I want to run it right down right over here. Alright. It's weird to have conveyor belts on a conveyor belt, isn't it? This won't make it through here. There's way too much stuff, so I'm going to need to improvise here as well. Because the longest this will go is right to here. So what we can do, well, first of all, is remove these. Put that there. Remove that. Now it's going to cut off production of inserters, but for the time being, we can actually live with that. Oh, okay, thanks. I don't think there's anything else we can do right now, because it all requires... Oh, we can do this. Bullet damage 1. Okay. Let's see. I wanted to remove this, and I want to move the to this part right here, so that this will be the transport belts. So now we have that running through there. What am I trying to do now? One little trick that we can do, I like to try, is put that there. We can put an inserter here to pick that stuff up, and another one. Well, that's not going to work. I'm trying to remember what exactly I was trying to do. But what I'm going to do instead, I think, since this is kind of crowded in here, can I take this one further? Oh, it doesn't matter because I wouldn't be able to do anything with it. First time we've heard that sound. Surprising that it took this long before I finally heard that error sound. If we take this back underground, we should be able then to take this, like that. This is messy, isn't it? Bring that in there, power it. Alright, and now this part will... Can we do this? I don't know. No, because that stuff's going to come off that belt, and if it comes too fast, it'll come off the belt and get onto this one. So we don't want that. Okay, now we have all this stuff coming through here. All of our materials now include those belts. Of course, I still need to optimize this so it uses both sides of the track here. The track, you know what I mean. The conveyor belt. For some reason, I'm having a lot of difficulty remembering that word when I need it. Okay, so now these things are going to be placed on both sides here. You notice they come back up here and go right back under, but they show back up here at the end. Need to make more of these. Is there power right here? Yes, there is. Nice. Put a light there. And so now we have the materials necessary to make the next science upgrade. But one thing, like I mentioned before, we also want to make the first science upgrade around the same area. So let me see. I have plenty of room, so I'm not worried about that. So what was science upgrade 1? Oops, wrong button. Science upgrade 1 was copper plates and iron gear wheels. So pack number 1. Well, let's take these off at the first because they're nice and easy to deal with. They're right here on the side. Take these off to the side here. Take these off to the side here. Well, not quite so fast. Don't get ahead of yourself, Tim. Okay. These need to go... Oh, what am I doing? These need to continue through. These need to go underground. And obviously I don't need to make it go out there, but it's just like I said, I'm just trying to make the best use of the underground belt as possible, because I don't think it uses a belt for each space underground. I think no matter how long it goes underground, it's the same. So then this is going to go underground until it has to come back up. And this is going to go underground until it has to come back up. Or it doesn't really need to, I guess, but we can just do that. And so now we have everything here. I like to just keep these lines going straight, even if I change them later, just because then I know where everything is. Okay, So now we have a full line of everything like that, but we have these two materials coming off to the side, which will make the Science Pack 2. And these are not going to connect, they're just going to sit there like that. Actually, they could. Couldn't they? No. I mean, I'm not going to do that. You can combine things, but I don't think it's necessary for right now. And I know those don't have any power. I guess I can give them power. And I want a assembly machine 1. I don't need an assembly machine 2 for this. And this is going to be making Science Pack 2s. And depositing them. Let's put them in a box for now. See, these take longer to make too, but so it's gonna put them in this chest. Let's just they stack up to 100, right? Let's just do one for right now. So they're gonna start working on those packs, and now we need to start making the 1 packs, and the 1 packs will be what was gears and gears and copper plates. So for this next part, we can back this up and take these iron plates over, and we can do the same here. And we can take over the copper plates here. So now we have both the gears and the copper plates going in the same direction, which is where we want them. And I already brought those back up, that's right. The tree's in the damn way. Probably have a bunch of wood on me by now, right? Yeah, I have a ton of wood on me. So what are we missing? Oh, gear wheels are being taken over, and they're not coming back, and they need to come back. So actually, and I could use a gap in between these two, so let's do that. Let's divide these up with a splitter, like so. Bring these over like this. Okay, like that. Take these under, like that. Well, I said I wanted a gap between these and I didn't even bother, so let's why are these all on one side again? They shouldn't be. I'll have to deal with that later, I guess. So now they're all coming over to the side, and these have to come over to the side. I'm running out of time, and I'm aware of that for this episode. I really want to get these done. I don't need to do that. I just did that before. I want to back that up and divide this like this. There we go. And then the copper plates can just keep going forward like that. This one is going to go over to the side like that. And now I need to make sure everything else gets back through the system. So this needs to come back up and back down in order to have enough space. So there are those. And there are those. And then these two are unchanged. So we have all our materials at the end. These pieces here can, actually, since there's all this space in here, I can just fill up my inventory with copper, right? Bring those all over here, and then I can do the same thing I did with that other one. I can put 2 inserters. Oop, nope, not that way. That way. And I can place down another assembling station. I can put this in here and make Science Pack 1. And those can come out here into another chest right here. Okay, so now we've got Science Pack 2 and Science Pack 1 coming out in the general vicinity of each other, which is good. So next time we'll have to disconnect the one up above and bring these over into a new science location. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you again in my next episode.